Regina.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for another one in our series of cat virtual events. We have wonderful fosters that brought their cats today, and hopefully these cats will be able to find their forever homes. We'll try to give as much information about the cats as possible. And we are going to start our event today with Sarah and her cat Josie, who is a 12-year-old female gray. And Sarah, welcome with Josie. And can you tell us a little bit about Josie?
Yes, Josie is just the sweetest girl. She is obsessed with her brush. I even have one of those ones that pins on the wall so she could do it all the time. But all she wants to do is sit here and be brushed every day and be pampered. She also really likes one of her wand toys, and it's really cute. She goes into her carrier to sneak attack on it. Which is one of my favorite things that she does. Josie, she's a senior, so she does get thyroid medication, excuse me, twice a day. But I just crush it up in some baby food, and that is her favorite treat. She cleans the bowl every single time. Literally, there could not be an easier cat to medicate. Really, that's her whole vibe. She's just easygoing, full of purrs. She just wants to cuddle and be your best friend. She's not really looking at the camera, but she's got these beautiful green eyes. You can see them on my Instagram. And when she wants more pets, she just puts her paw on you and gives you those eyes, and you sit here for hours.
So let me ask this, how is her, so for example, when you go to sleep at night, does she go to sleep at the same time?
Yep, she's very quiet and calm. So she she has her own room in the bathroom, and so she sleeps in here, and she sleeps the whole night. Sometimes in the morning, if she hears me, she might say hey, where's my breakfast? But otherwise, she's just purring all the time. She's very quiet, and she's pretty, she wants to be around you, but she's also totally fine to be a little independent. If you have to go to work or go to the store, she can definitely entertain herself. So that comes with maybe some maturity.
Does she have any food preferences? Anything that she likes in particular, or is she?
She loves the baby food that she gets her medication in, but she really likes all different kinds of food. She likes to mix it up. So sometimes I give her Fancy Feast. Sometimes she gets Blue Wilderness. I can tell she likes it when she gets a couple different flavors in a day, but she likes wet food more than she likes dry food.
So if you would have the opportunity to tell us about a day in the life of Josie, how would that go from the morning till the evening?
The first thing she does is welcome me at the door with a big meow that's like, hey, pet me now. And then we get some breakfast and we do some brushing. And then we have some playtime. And then I have to go to work. So I work from home, but she's all good during the day. She'll maybe do a quick hello. And then we do, nighttime food and medicine, lots of play time and brushes at night, and then some snuggles.
Okay, sounds like a very nice day.
Yeah,
sounds like she really likes where she is. Absolutely. And wow, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you would want to mention about Josie for potential adopters that you may think is really important for them to know?
Just that she's just really, really sweet. She loves people. She doesn't mind when new people come by. And she's just very, very friendly and happy. And she makes the cutest biscuits.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah, for coming today, for bringing Josie along. And for those of you who may be interested in adopting Josie, you would want to go to the website at bit.ly//adopt Josie. And thank you so much again for telling us about this wonderful cat, and hopefully she'll be able to find a forever home today.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Bye, Josie. Thank you. And the next up is Karen Sweet and her Trading Places Kittens. So we have 4 kittens, 4 male kittens, which is Billy, Lewis, Randolph, and Mortimer. Hopefully I got everybody correct. And welcome, Karen. And we can't see you because it looks like the camera is off.
Can we go to the next person, Regina?
Okay. Got it. So the next person up would be, we have Andrew with Callie, Lou, and Bob. Andrew, are you with us?
I am. Hi, everyone. Excited to show off Bub and Callie Lou. On camera right now is Bub. He and Callie Lou both came from the same home only about a month ago, so they're pretty new to City Kitties still. But they are both 15 years old. But as you can see, Bub still has some pretty good energy for a senior guy. He loves toys. He loves to play and be pet, and will let you know when he is not done being pet by giving you a little tap with his paw. One of my favorite stories about him is, we put him and Callie Lou in a small space when they first came to our house. And when we started to let them explore our house a little bit more, Bub immediately joined us in bed at about 3 a.m. and pushed his head under our hand, one of our hands, to say, like, okay, I'm ready to be pet. If you're gonna give me access to you, I demand to be pet immediately. So that is Bob. Callie Lou is the opposite. Callie Lou is what I would call a stealth companion. This is generally Callie Lou's personality until you're not looking, and then she's exploring. She's there was a period of time where we were afraid that she wasn't eating, but it turned out she just wasn't eating while we were looking. We had to set up a camera to just make sure that she was actually eating, and she is. So she is just a very chill girl who is recovering from some kidney issues that she experienced when she first came to DC. Some of you may have seen the fundraiser we had going for her to help care for her, but she's on the mend. She's doing well, and she's just, like I said, that stealth companion. In terms of food, you can see they have a plethora of options. They tend to like to be fed on flat surfaces. I think that feeding them in bowls bothers their whiskers a little bit, so we've been feeding them on plates like this. But let's see, here's Bubs again. Bubs loves to look out the window too, so that's generally where we'll find him, either looking out the back window here or in one of our front windows.
Oh my God, that they look like they having a time of their lives. And if you would describe a day in both of their lives, like a regular day from morning to evening, how does that usually go about?
I think the big question for Bub is, when does he actually sleep? He's always on the go. He's always exploring, trying to find our resident cat who tends to hide from him. He's trying to see what's up with our dog. We have a 60-pound City Dogs alumna with Ripley, and Bubs is always trying to see what's up with Ripley. Whereas Callie Lou, this is her typical day. She'll occasionally come out for pets, but only on her schedule. You can't push her to do anything she doesn't want to do. She's just a chill lady who's just looking to relax.
So it looks like even though they may have a little bit of a difference in personalities, they have no trouble in coexisting in the same environment.
Oh, no. And they're good with dogs, good with cats. We're not sure how they are with kids, but definitely good with other pets, and both men and women.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Andrew. I think you provided us ample information for potential adopters to know. thank you for explaining everything. And hopefully, both of them are going to find forever homes today for themselves, because they certainly deserve it. They look like wonderful, beautiful cats. Thank you so much for being with us today. And if there is anything else that you may want to add that may be important for potential adopters to know?
No, I think that's everything. I think you're absolutely right that, even though they came from the same house, it's funny to see how different they are. But I definitely think they're good to adopt together. So for that companionship, but I also think they'd be good separately as well. So.
Well, thank you so much. That's a very important point to make. Thank you. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for bringing these two wonderful animals. And most importantly, thank you for fostering them.
Of course.
Thank you. Take care. And the next one up is going to be Starry, Megan. And Starry, welcome, Megan.
Thanks, Regina. So this is Starry. This is about how active this senior gal is. So Starry is about 18 years old. She was rescued from Prince George's County Shelter, a place that she never really belonged in. But we are very glad that she ended up there, because now she's ended up where she belongs, is in a pampered foster home. So Starry's been with me off and on for several months now. She, being as old as she is, not every home is the right home for her. She really tolerates other cats quite well, but she is also probably of the mindset of being an only child. She really does enjoy warm, cozy places to nap. She has some heated cat beds at her disposal around here. Whatever food she wants, she gets. Right now she's currently kind of comatose on a pile of catnip. You can see it because she's laying on it. But she really doesn't want for much. She wants her breakfast and dinner on schedule. But she's not on any medication. She does have some elderly conditions that, are something that her potential adopter will need to keep an eye on. But, she's very chill and low energy. However, when she does feel a little spunky, watch out, because she will share all of her opinions that she's been keeping to herself. She's got lots of them, being a Siamese mix. There is no doubt about it. She has opinions and she is willing to share them. But she is a real sweetheart. She tends to go with the flow. Nothing tends to really ruffle her feathers, except for another cat that pounces on her. She's not a fan of that. But she, as you can tell, I'm touching her paws right now. She's just sitting here purring. She's a very, 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 very sweet kitty. She just needs a home that will allow her to live out her golden years. That's really all she needs.
Absolutely. She needs a nice and mellow environment that would allow her to express her diva qualities. She looks like a diva. She's a beautiful cat.
Oh, she is tall and gorgeous, and she knows it.
And if you would briefly describe, her routine from the morning to the evening. Sounds like most of it is mellow, but like maybe just give us a gist of that.
So I get up pretty early for work. I unfortunately have one of those terrible jobs that requires me to come in the office. I usually have to wake her up for breakfast because she is not ready to get up yet. The queen is on her own schedule. So I will wake her up, and just to let her know, she can come and roam about and ask for pets and all of that. And so from there, she then supervises her breakfast preparation. She assures me that I'm probably doing it wrong. And then we go and she gets fed in her own room to make sure that she is not disturbed, because the queen does not like to be disturbed during mealtime. She gets her choice of whatever she wants. She will eat dry, but given that she's 18 and she's got, her teeth, sometimes they can be kind of painful. Given her current condition, she is not a great candidate for anesthesia. So in terms of dental care, we just kind of monitor and make sure that anything that kind of creeps up, we treat, but she can't really go under to have a true dental. So she prefers canned food or baby food over some of the dry, but it seems like if some of the other, I'm sorry, the cats are bumping into the computer. If she sees somebody else going after her dry food, she will promptly step in and then eat it in front of them out of spite, because she is the queen. She gets to do whatever she wants. But, you know, then after breakfast, she promptly lays down for a nap, and she will probably be there most of the day. She'll get up, she'll kind of stroll about. If I'm home teleworking, she'll happen to let me know, like, hey, I'm up, and we'll do some acknowledgement, and it's usually because she wants some other kind of food thing, and so I'll give her some more food, and she eats that, and she puts herself down for another nap, and then around dinner time, she will wake back up again and remind me that it's time for her next meal, and that's pretty much what we do. Usually in terms of pets, she'll seek it out if she happens to be awake, but most of her pets happen while she's completely asleep. She is a fan of pets and kisses. She's not a huge fan of being held, but I do think that if the right lap were to come along, she probably wouldn't move much. But yeah, I mean, this is how, I guess, exciting or not exciting she is. She's very, very low energy, but given the fact that she had, you know, her rescue journey started when she was grossly underweight at 6.5 pounds, and now she's somewhere over 9 pounds. So she, you know, she's feeling pretty good, all things considered. She's got some arthritis issues, like I said. She's got some elderly kitty issues, but brushing is a favorite pastime, and food, I think, are probably the two most. She is a fan of catnip toys. So I do stash a couple of catnip toys that I reserve solely for her, just as a little something special for her. But, oh, you gonna wake up? Okay.
Megan, thank you.
Yeah, she's a great kitty.
Thank you so much. Wow, she looks like a beautiful cat. Hopefully she will find a loving forever home today for her. Thank you for bringing her. And for those who may be interested in adopting Starry, you would go to bit.ly adopt Starry. And that's where you will find all the information. And I will mention, my apologies for not mentioning the adoption links for Callie, Lou, and Bob. They would be bit.ly adopt Callie, Lou, and bit.ly adopt Bob. Thank you so much again for bringing her, and yes, for helping us find a forever home and for fostering her. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're going to move on to Archie and Felix. Felix is a 2-year-old male Russian blue. Welcome, Archie.
Hi, everyone. I hope that can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So it's working. So as you can see, Felix is a pretty active young 2-year-old boy. I'm doing my best to keep him in place. He's very, very playful. I've got a little treat in my hand right now, so he's busy with that. So as I mentioned, he's really playful, and I think the hallmark trait about him is he loves to play fetch, actually. He has this little mouse toy. As you can see, he's kind of chewed it up. He's behind the camera now looking at it. And he will actually even bring this little toy and his other toys downstairs to play. When you might be cooking in the kitchen, he'll come down to you with his toy and try to play fetch with you, which I think is just the sweetest thing ever and quite rare for a cat, I'd say. As I mentioned, he also has other toys that he loves. He loves his long feather string toy. He loves to like jump around when you wave that in front of him. He's also, I'm just moving around as he's moving around, so I hope this isn't too bad for anyone. He also loves to nap, actually. I think one really funny story about him is when we first brought him home, we didn't realize that he was actually under the covers. We had left the room, came back and saw him, just a little tiny lump under the covers. And so that's actually his favorite place to nap. He'll get under your covers and snuggle up next to you, even at nighttime. Sometimes he'll be in a cuddly mood and he'll snuggle with you, which is super, super sweet. In general, on an everyday basis, he's quite cuddly and affectionate. I wouldn't say that he'll, always want to be on your lap necessarily, but, if you do pick him up and he's feeling it, he'll usually hang out for a sec. But overall, I think the greatest thing about him is he's really, really sweet and calm. He's never gonna scratch or be aggressive or anything like that, which is great. He's very playful. And yeah, he's just overall a really sweet, sweet boy.
Wow, he is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And I guess, can you tell us about his typical day from morning to the end? Like, what does his routine look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So usually in the morning, oh, good, he's down. Usually in the morning, he will wake me up, as a lot of cats do. He'll be like, it's breakfast time, please feed me. So he'll have his breakfast and then he'll be pretty active for a couple hours. He'll like to play around that time. I also work from home, so he'll often hop up onto my desk and just kind of relax next to me. He'll, similar to how he's lying down now, he'll lie down on my desk right next to my laptop. And so, he'll appreciate some cuddles and some pets while I'm working throughout the day. And he'll, probably around like midday, he'll usually find a good spot to nap, whether that's under the covers or he has this little kind of basket type area where he likes to kind of be covered in there. So that's a typical spot he enjoys. And then, yeah, in the afternoon, he usually gets a little small meal. So he'll have that. And around evening time, he loves to play a lot. We have a pretty large kind of open area, middle of our floor, middle of our house. So he'll love to kind of run back and forth in that area, especially with his toys. If you're playing fetch with him, he really enjoys that. And yeah, he'll have dinner and then it'll be bedtime. As I mentioned, he is quite young and quite high energy. So I wouldn't say that he's always sleeping through the whole night, but I do think that when it's possible to make time to give him some extra playtime, he's very calm throughout the night. So yeah, I would definitely say that's one thing. He's not a picky cat at all when it comes to food or anything like that. But I would say it's definitely an important consideration to make sure that you've got enough time to give this boy all the love he needs.
Well, thank you so much. My gosh, he's absolutely beautiful. And thank you for bringing him today. Hopefully, Felix will find a forever home that he deserves. And is there anything else that you think may be important for potential adopters to know?
No, I think that's really the key information. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Archie, for giving us your time today, for bringing him and for fostering him, most importantly. And for those who may be interested in adopting Felix, the website to go to would be bit.ly/adoptfelix. Thank you so much for being with us here today. And next one, we have Catherine McAllister with Sahara and her kittens.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to introduce Sahara first. Sahara is about 2 years old, and she's a mom, very good mom, but she's ready to have her own life and be pampered in her own way. She is a polydactyl cat, so she has extra toes on the front. They're giant. So if you can see her feet, they're amazing. And I can't remember about the back. I haven't looked in a while. But she's a very calm cat. I don't know if I'd say low energy because she does like to play, but one of her favorite things is just to lounge on the floor and sleep. And when she's not sleeping on the floor, as she's gonna do right now, she likes to sit up in the window here, just on this plastic container and sleep in the window. So that's where I find her most days. She seems to prefer the dry kibble to the wet food, although she eats both. And she definitely likes to drink water from a fountain. When I had water in a bowl in here, she liked to step in it and splash it all over. So she drinks from the fountain a lot more. Her day starts around, I would say, I've been at work, not at home. So we start our day around 6:30 or 7 in the morning with breakfast. And then they sleep most of the day. And then I come back in for an early dinner around 4. And then again, second dinner around 7 to 8. And usually a big playtime at that time. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, she loves to be brushed, which is awesome because she's very longish hair and floofy. She looks like she weighs a lot, but she weighs probably between like 6 and 8 pounds. She does like to be picked up. If you're sitting on the floor like I am now and pick her up, she'll just lie back in your arms, kind of like a baby. And she loves to have her chest scratched. So that's some cool things about Sahara. Here, let's get her face.
Gosh, she's absolutely beautiful.
She's a very pretty girl. She has really bright green eyes. Let me see if I can entice her to look up a little bit. Yeah. So that's Sahara. She's, like I said, amazing. And she has 3 little kittens. One of the kittens is pending adoption. That's the little gray one at the top in the front.
Okay.
That's Mojave. The one that is on top of the carrier there is Gobi. And they are 9 or 10 weeks old. And I would say Gobi has come out of his shell a little bit. I don't think I can zoom in, sorry. He has been the most shy of the kittens, but he has come out of his shell and is quite a little prankster now. He's the least snuggly, but when you get him up in your arms, he does like to get a little snuggle in before he goes back to play. And then, the last one is over here. This is Tabernas, and Tabernas is Gobi's best friend. They play together all the time. Oh, I forgot to say, Gobi is polydactyl too. Tabernas is not polydactyl, but she has amazingly cute little white paws. Gobi's a boy, Tabernas is a girl. And then I think what I'm going to try and do, since they are playing, as I have a meat tube, so if I forgot anything, let me know. And I'm going to try and get them to come over to the camera. And as you can see, Sahara knows what that is. Did I open it? No. I can't think of anything else to tell you.
Okay. Well, they look like they play very well together. And
that's what, yes, I was going to say the kittens they are also a good mix of Sahara. They're kitten-like playing, but they're also rather calm. They're not crazy. They do a little parkouring, especially Tabernas, around the kitten furniture. They use their scratchers really well. I have a big dog, so they are in this foster room. So they haven't had a direct interaction with the dog, but they hear the dog. I have 3 other cats. They hear the cats through the door. And even Sahara will go and look at the door, and she doesn't growl or anything. She's just curious as to what's going on. So.
Oh my gosh. And do they go to sleep? How do they sleep through the night? How do they are at night?
So generally the kittens are up in that perch over there. They do sleep. They do sleep well, but I do hear them playing maybe once in the night and then again, just before breakfast time, like 6 or 7. If I'm not awake, they'll be awake waiting for me. All of them are very verbal, not in an annoying way, but like Sahara will trill at me and at her kittens, which is really sweet. If she's lying down, she thinks I have a meat tube. If she's lying down and you pet her, she'll trill at you. And the kittens just have little squeaks and squawks when they're hungry.
Oh my gosh.
There's a good view of her. I wasn't able to get it open, guys. We'll have to wait till after.
I could see them clearly. Thank you so much, Catherine, for bringing them. One thing that I do need to mention, because of these kittens' ages, they need to be adopted in pairs or in a home with another friendly feline.
Yeah, and I
So-
was going to say Tiburnus and Goby would make a great pair since they have seemed to like they're not bonded or anything, but they play really well. And since Goby is a little less confident than Tiburnus, they'd be great together, unless you have a cat of your own.
Well, thank you so much, Catherine, for bringing all of them, for showing them to us. Hopefully they'll find forever home that they deserve, and, you know, someone to love them. Thank you so much for bringing them to the show. We really appreciate your time for being, and
Thank
also
you.
being so specific about them. Thank you. And for those who may be interested in adopting them, the link to visit would be https://link.tr, that is linktr.ee/desert cats. Thank you so much. And next we have up Meredith and Diana with her kittens. Welcome, Meredith.
There we go. Hi. So I managed to keep them out. They've all been trying to go underneath the my couch. So I'm going to start with the kittens. And they were all playing earlier, so you now get nap time. So this one is I have both Diana and Rhea's kittens. So I have two litters that have all collapsed together. So this one is Miriam, and she is one of the Discovery of Witches kittens. She is Diana's baby. And if you want a very active and playful kitten, she is almost always playful, and she just played herself into a nap. So that's why she is, I don't want to play anymore. But she is pretty much the first one to greet me in the morning, and okay, there she goes. She's like, no, I'm going to play now. Or she just doesn't want me to pet her anymore. So that's Miriam. This one here is Kronos. He is the only male in this room right now. And he's kind of my snuggler. He likes to snuggle with the other kitties, kind of snuggle with me. And this is his twin. And this is pretty Rhea. She's kind of prowling. So that's his twin, Thea. And then we have, sorry about the backlighting. Then we have sitting in the window, we have Themis and Phoebe. And they are all named for Titans or moons of Saturn, which are also all Titans.
Oh.
So they're the Titan crew. And they are just now going up for adoption. They are very, very young. So they are very, very active. They should be spayed within a couple of weeks or so. They're not quite old enough to be spayed yet. So if you do adopt them early, then you will have to get them spayed on your own. They're still in the process of getting all of their shots. I'm going to get Rhea real quick because she's kind of pacing here. This right here is Rhea. She is incredibly affectionate. She is still working on gaining weight. When she first got to us, she put all her food and energy and resources into bringing us beautiful, healthy kittens. And as a result, she was very dehydrated and malnourished. So she's in the process of regaining a whole lot of weight. So she is very underweight right now. So when it comes to food, she very much wants to get food all the time. So you can motivate her with food pretty much always. And then hiding in the back over here. Sorry for all the movement.
No, that's okay. Thank you for showing them to us.
This is Miss Diana. She also likes to get pets, but she kind of prefers to be a little bit of an independent kitty. Like I said, she really likes getting pets, but she likes getting pets on her own terms. So that's why she was sitting over here. She loves to sit in the window and look out on the world. I think I have too many cats in this house for her to be really happy. So she's definitely ready to be, she's been a great mom, absolutely stupendous mom. She had her babies with me. So all of her babies were born here. She had 3 girls. 2 of them have already been adopted. She had 3 girls, sorry. And I think she's just kind of ready to be a solo kitty. She does very well with the other 2 ladies that live here, but I think she's just kind of like, either she wants to be with other female cats or just kind of on her own, but she's definitely kind of ready to be not in a house with tons of kittens.
Okay.
So of the kittens, I will again go back to my sleeping crowd because they're super energetic. So of my kittens, Miriam is very definitely energetic. None of them actually sleep with me, and I think that's mostly due to Peanut. But when I wake up in the morning, they all like, there's this burst of energy. When I walk in the door, all of a sudden there are 50 cats around, you know, bit of an exaggeration, but all the cats suddenly come out of the woodwork and are super excited to see me. They all actually eat well together. The 2 litters merged really well. All of the kittens played well together. So if you wanted to get, you know, Miriam and maybe Kronos, they would actually do really well together. They actually mixed really well. The 2 moms actually get along fairly well. Hi, Miss Ray, are you going to come up again?
And something that I will mention about these kittens as well is they need to be adopted in pairs because of their ages or in a home with another friendly feline as well.
Definitely do. They have so much energy that I would not recommend doing it any other way because they definitely want to play together. Miriam is definitely the kind of kitten that is pretty much always playing. And she's about to come playing through her tunnel over here. Here she is. She's like, okay, now I'm ready to play again. She's my playful kitten.
I can see. And despite that there is quite a few of them and the differences in personality, they seem to be pretty content, all of them there, and they play well together.
They play very well together. They literally were all playing with, I have this wonderful stick string. And they were all playing with it, and now they're all asleep because they were playing for about 20 minutes before this, and then they're now like, okay, we're all done. Oh, now Kronos is gonna get up and play. But yeah, they're like, no, we're tired. See, Miriam is definitely the energetic. Miriam is about a week or 2 older than the other litter. She's already been fixed. She already got spayed, and she still needs I think she only needs like 1 more booster and her rabies shot, and then she's done with all of her bedding. But yes, again, because they are so young, we do recommend getting them adopted in pairs. The mamas, not so much.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Well, because there's a few of them. I'm not going to ask about their daily routine because it seems, you know, that they get along together and they're energetic, they play, and they're young kittens. So thank you so much, Meredith, for bringing them, for showing them. And for those of you who may be interested in adopting these beautiful kittens, you would go to our website at citydogsrescuedc.org to find all the information that you need for adopting any of them. Thank you so much for bringing them, for talking about them, and telling us, unless there is anything that you think is relevant to add for potential adopters.
No, Kronos is one of my favorites. He's such a good boy. Rhea is really, really affectionate girl. She just really food motivated because she's so hungry. But no, they're all very affectionate, very good kitties. Just really need some good homes to go to. They're all very, very healthy. We've had no problems with them with the kittens in any other ways. They've been very, very good.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for your time today and for bringing all of them and for giving them such great exposure, hopefully to find their forever homes. Thank you, Meredith.
Yeah.
And next up, we have Patricia with Morty, who is a 2-year-old male.
Yep.
Welcome, Pat.
Hi, everyone. This is Morty. He is FLV positive, but no one's informed him of that. He's super playful, friendly, cuddly. Like you'd think he's like perfectly healthy. He, as you can see, he's orange with like green eyes. I don't know if you can.
Yes.
He has like the softest fur and actually like curly hair underneath in his belly, which I think is super cute. He loves cuddles, foods, and like his favorite toy is this like wand. And we've been playing like all day. In terms of likes, he loves wet food. This is like, I poured a little bit of wet food here and he just like loves it. He loves his wand and he loves staring out, like looking outside of the window. In terms of medicine for his condition, I just sprinkle some vitamins in the morning. On top of his food, he eats it no problem, and at night he like gets a sprinkle of probiotics, and he loves on top of his food, and he eats it no problem. In terms of his day-to-day, he'll like wake me up by sitting on my face. He's gets super cuddly in the morning and just wants to like be pet and rubbed. And then I'll serve him his breakfast, he'll eat it, and then I'll either we'll play a bit or I'll brush his like luscious orange mane, which he loves. And then sometimes I'm hybrid, so sometimes I go into the office and sometimes I don't. When I do go into the office, he just like sleeps all day under my bed. And while I'm here, while I'm working from home, he'll like sit on my lap while I work, which is super cute. And after work, I'll come and watch TV and he'll like snuggle on my, he's curious about the camera. He's very curious and like, loves to explore like new things. He's very confident cat. Like my sister came over and he just like lied down on her lap to be pet. I don't know about his comfort regarding other cats or dogs, but a temp foster who has another cat and who has a dog is going to be taking him next week, so we'll get more information on that. And in terms of like where he sleeps at night, he like will like start chirping at me like around 11 p.m. when he knows it's time to go to bed, and signaling, mom, time to go to bed. And I'll get in bed and he'll like lie down either at my stomach or like near my butt, like seeking warmth, I guess. And he's like seeking cuddles. He like loves to be pet. You can get a sneak peek at his like curly belly. But that's it. He's like, I would 100% keep him if I could. So I really encourage you to consider Morty as like up for a permanent home.
Absolutely. And I hope that he will find one after today's event. But, we'll give him this exposure so that people get to see these wonderful cats who really deserve the love and the permanent homes. And thank you for being so specific and telling us about him. He looks so cute.
He is really cute. Loves it.
Thank you very much for giving us your time and for fostering him. Thank you. So for those of you who may be considering to adopt Morty, you would go to bit.ly/adopt Morty and get all the information you need there. Thank you so much for being with us today and for bringing this beautiful, beautiful cat with you. Thank you. And next up, we have Kathy Huddleston with the Lion Kittens. Welcome, Kathy. And yep.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out the other way. Oh, I see it. Okay. There's the crew.
The Lion King Kittens. Wow.
There are 5. So this right here, this is a Pumbaa. Oops.
Pumbaa, that
Here, this is Zazu.
oh my God.
Nala. She's the only girl in the crowd. She'll be back. This little guy is Timon. He's technically not available for adoption. And then I have to show you Simba, because this is Simba's favorite place to hang out, actually, is your shoulder. He's a shoulder kitten.
Wow. He found his comfort spot right there.
He's always, whenever I'm sitting down, he's always on my shoulder. It's hysterically funny. There's a better view of Nala. She's the only uniquely looking one. She's actually a Duluth tortie in the crowd.
That she's got that beautiful spot on her forehead.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's very pretty coloring. So these 5 kittens came from New Jersey. The rescue works with a trapper in New Jersey, and their mom was caught in a trap very pregnant. So they were actually either very pregnant or very newborn. So they're super friendly and social. And I'm going to be quiet for a minute. Maybe you can hear them purring.
Wow.
They're little purr machines.
Oh my gosh.
So they're just super friendly, super social, love people. They were purring like the first moment they arrived. So there's Simba. So you see Simba's the only one that has tabby paws. Everybody else has white paws. Let's see if we can get the other end.
What can you tell us a little bit about their routines, like their daily routines?
So they're still in isolation in my bathroom. They're going for vaccines on Tuesday, I think it is, in the vaccine clinic. So we'll start to give them a little more freedom after that. I want to make sure that they're fully vaccinated before they meet any other cats in the house. So they get fed twice a day. They get plenty of socialization and playtime, but they do stay in a bathroom while they're here. Just because some of my residents need a break too. Let's see, they've been really good about using a litter box, pretty perfect. They have a nice scratcher that they like to use over there too. Yeah, they're just super friendly. And sorry, Simba's coming back around. Hi, Simba.
Oh my gosh, for how long have you had them?
I've had them about 2.5 weeks, I think, maybe 3 weeks.
Look like they're adjusting very well, and they
So-
play together very well.
They got neutered last week. So the vetting that they need is they'll need one FELV booster, and then they'll need their rabies when they're old enough. But that's the only vetting that they'll need. Hi, and are you gonna be friendly?
And I will say the same thing that I mentioned before about these kittens. Because of their ages, they need to be adopted in pairs or in a home with another, friendly feline.
Playful feline, I would say, because they are all energy. Yes.
And any food preferences that they have, or they're pretty much any specific play toys that they have that they like in particular.
They really like anything they can pounce and tackle. Oh, there we go. Good demonstration of using the scratcher. I have a lot of balls and things. I definitely hear them playing all the time. They even play with their food bowls when they're empty. Anything they can play, chase and scratch and play with is popular. So that's Zazu again.
Oh, I could hear that now. Yes.
Yes, Simba's right.
That was loud and clear.
Simba is right here, right by the phone, trying to get onto the phone. So actually a lap cat. He's perfectly happy being in a lap, which is kind of rare for kittens. Usually kittens are too busy to be in laps, but Simba's really happy to be in a lap.
My goodness. Well, that is an awesome crew you have there. Hopefully they'll find their forever homes today. They definitely deserve them. They're so beautiful, little and playful. And, for those who may be interested in adopting the Lion King kittens, you would go to linked TR, which is linktr.ee/Lion King crew. For those who may be interested in adopting them, you will definitely get a lot of playtime. Kathy, thank you so much for bringing them today, for showing them. They're absolutely lovely. And hopefully, they'll find their forever homes today. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you. And next we have Jody with Space Kittens.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Jody.
I have the Battlestar Galactica kittens and the Spaceballs kittens.
Wow.
This right here is Boomer. I've corralled everybody in my living room that I could find. So I've put all kinds of things to keep their interest, including paper from Chewy, so that we can see them. This here is Athena. And this one is, that one's Starbuck. She's the crazy one. And, oops. And this is Yogurt. This is Boomer. And that's my cat, Jim. This is Apollo. And who else have we got? Oh, we got, this is Dark Helmet. He's taking a nap because we've been playing for an hour trying to keep them in the living room. And let's see, who do we have here? We have Dot Matrix. She's a little tired. And this is Roslyn. And over here we have Barf, short for Bartholomew.
God, how cute that is.
And this one is Tori. And this one is Saul. And then we have the mom of the Spaceballs kittens here. She's drying up from her milk. So she's hanging out in here in this cage so that the kittens stop nursing because she's sick of them. And here's Apollo again. And this is Oakley. He's on medical hold for another month, but he should be available soon too.
Okay. And anything that you can tell us, I know there's a lot of them. Anything that you can tell us about their personalities a little bit, like I know they're very young and they're just developing, of course.
Yeah, I mean, they're kittens. That's their personality. They play, they eat, they poop, repeat. So,
a daily routine, pretty much. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. So if you have, 2 litters of kittens in your living room, this is what it looks like.
Okay. And I do have to say the same thing about these kittens as well. They are, they should be, because of their ages, they should be adopted in pairs or in a home with another friendly feline. That's
Absolutely.
for sure.
I mean, these guys, touch them and they start purring when they're not being all playful and crazy.
Oh my God.
So.
And I know it's very difficult. So question for you, Jody, what do you think good pairings may be like for potential adopters? Who do you think may fit a little bit better with whom, if you have any suggestions?
I mean, they've all been playing together. I mean, the thing is they can all pair up very easily with each other. They just met like a week ago and they've been playing like they knew each other their whole lives. So, I don't know that we have any pairings that have kind of come out yet.
Okay.
And they, they'll adjust. They like my adult cats. They're fine with adult cats, and I have a dog, so they're used to that as well.
He's studying the camera intently. And yes, for those potential adopters out there, I know it's very, very difficult to choose out of all this cuteness that is running around. But if you are interested in potentially, adopting any of these kittens, you would go to our website, which is the citydogsrescuedc.org, which will provide all the information on them so that you can pick the ones that I would say appeal to you the most, because you won't miss regardless of who you decide to adopt potentially. That is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. They are
No
Roy,
problem.
thank you for bringing all of them today and for giving them exposure to find their forever homes, and mostly thank you for fostering. Oh my gosh, this is just a living room of cuteness. Thank you so much, Jody. I appreciate your time today very much.
No problem.
And the next one that we have is the Karen and her Trading Places kittens.
Hi.
Welcome.
Let's see. So I have the 4 Trading Places kittens, and how do I switch my camera on my phone? Does anybody have a quick? I haven't ever used my phone for Zoom.
In the top right-hand corner, there should be a little icon.
Top right hand. No.
The iPhone was in the upper left.
Oh, I see it. I see it. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. All righty. Okay, so these guys, they were just napping, so which is good. Otherwise, they'd be running around the room. But I have the 4 of them. The little white Siamese here is Billy Ray. They were named after the characters in the movie Trading Places. So this is Billy Ray. This is Louie. This is Mortimer. And then over in the sunlight is Randolph. And they are 11 weeks old. They've had most of their shots. They need one more FELV booster, and they need their rabies shot. And then they need neutering when they're a little bit older. Other than that, they've had all their vet visits. So they're very active, extremely cute. Like you just said about the previous kittens, they purr constantly when I have them in a separate bedroom overnight, and then when I open the door in the morning, they're just like deafening purring when they come out of the room. They really like people. It's like they can't wait to be with me when they come out. So the personalities right now, I've had them 3 weeks, and they're young, but they're developing personalities very quickly. Here's more Randolph and Lewis. They were sleeping together there. So Lewis is the most adventurous one, the guy I'm trying to follow here. He was the first one out of the carrier when I brought him home, and he kind of has like an Indiana Jones sort of personality. He's always wanting to explore new things and see what's on the other side of the door and all that kind of stuff. And he's very, very active. They're all very active. Randolph is a huge snuggler. He just loves lying in your lap, purring, making biscuits. I mean, that's his favorite thing is snuggling. And then Mortimer's very much like that too. Mortimer actually has an application as of a few days ago. But he's kind of a cinnamon color, and the other 2 are like more of a honey color, I guess. So at first I couldn't tell them apart, because they were similar, but he has these wonderful spots on his belly. It's just really, really cute.
Yes,
he's very much a snuggler as well. And then Billy Ray is the one that stands out because of his color. He's Siamese, flame point Siamese mix. And he's a snuggler as well. He's probably maybe the best balance between independent and snuggly. He's like right in the middle, which is a really nice combination.
Wow.
So I think that's probably their main, they are still really young and their personalities are developing, but that's pretty much who they are. Yeah. And they're just
you-
great. They're just great cats. They're totally litter box trained. They, you know, they love their food. And I love pretty much all toys. I mean, I think they like the feather one the best, but I just leave a pile of toys on the floor. I let them out in the house in the morning, you know, when I get up, but I put them in their bedroom when they take naps. But when they come out, they just, you know, they play with everything they can find. So just really, really good cats. Yeah.
And for these kittens as well, you know, because of their ages, they need to be adopted in pairs or in a home with another friendly feline. They would do best that way. And
Yes.
they're absolutely beautiful.
They
Wow,
are.
thank you so much. I mean, again, a bunch of cuteness that you wouldn't miss regardless of who you decide to adopt. They deserve to find forever homes, absolutely. And do you think anyone would fit better with each other or no?
Well, like I said, Mortimer's got an application, and I guess he's going to a home with a cat already. But among the other three, Louis, he's probably the most active. The other two are about the same equal, you know, level of activity, but they all seem to do really well together. I think probably if you were to take two of the ones that remain, it'd probably be Billy Ray and Randolph would pair best together. But then Louis would need an active cat as a housemate if he goes by himself. So, but the three, I mean, they all do really well. They pretty much, hold their own with each other. I think Louis is the one that's the most active of the four.
Gotcha. Thank you, Karen. Thank you so much for bringing them, showing them to us. And for those who may be interested in adopting them, the link to go to would be linktr.ee/trading places kittens. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today, for considering adoption of these beautiful cats who deserve your love and loving homes. And thank you so much, fosters, for bringing them, and to those who attended to see our live event today. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.